Assalamu alaikum everyone. Now in this video I will discuss how to connect two routers with each other. In the routers, when we connect routers with each other, we will create a routing table. There are actually two ways to connect routers with each other. The first one is the static routing and the second one is the dynamic routing. When we click on the routing, we in the configurations, and there are two type of routing, the static and the RIP protocol, which is dynamic. In the static, you give the network addresses, and the second one is the RIP. Here you give all the networks and it automatically detect and send the address to each other. So I'm going to create another network. Okay, yes, this is another network, and I'm going to give it name as 30, and I will do the same. I'm going to rename it to 101, 102, 103 and 104. Okay, I will do the same configuration here. This one in the configurations, I will click on the desktop configurations. I will change the 2 to 3 and here 2 also. Okay, because I have not yet created its gateway, so it will create issues. Now toward the second one, desktop IP configurations, I will convert it into 3, and I have not yet set the configuration. Now the third one, I'm using the network address 192.168.3, and I haven't yet set its configure gateway. And the third one, desktop IP configurations, and changing the 2 to 3, haven't yet set the gateway. To check, yes, this is 3, this is also 3100, this is 3102, this is 3103. Okay, I think this should be there and this should be there. Now to check are the communication exactly or not. Yes, it is communicating. Okay, now I will need another router, so I'm going to click on the network devices, and in the router I'm again selecting 941, and to connect this router with this switch I'm using this cable. I'm going, oh, what's going on? I'm going to click on the straight through cable, and I'm using 0 and 0 port to connect it with the 0 and 1 port. Okay, so the address for the 01 will be, so I'm going to configure it for the 0 and 0. I will give its address as 3 and 1, and default address will be 255 and I'm going to turn it on. Okay, now to connect this network with this one, I will use the serial DTE, and for serial DTE I will go to module, and in the module I will go to turn it off, and I will use the serial DTE. And where is the serial DTE? a Cisco high-speed serial high-speed WAN. I think this one, yes. So I'm putting it here, okay, and after that I will turn it on. Okay, same here, I will configure it for physical. I will turn it off, and this is the serial high-speed WAN interface card, so I will put it here, and after that I will turn it on. Now to check it, actually it is booting. Now there is the two type of serial cable. The one is the DCE, the one is the DTE. The difference between them is it is using the clocking, and this is not using the clocking. So we will use the one DTE which is not using the clock bit. Is it on or not? So now I'm going to create it with the serial port. This is 0. Where I'm going to connect it? I'm going to connect with the let me check which port I have used. So I will use the serial port, and I will connect the 010 with the 010 port. Okay, now in the configurations, this will be the separate network between these two networks. For example, the network address for these two routers is 4.192.168.4. okay, so to configure the first one router, I will go to the 010 and I will assign the network 192.168.4.1. this is this network address, and this is the its subnet mask, and I'm using the RIP protocol, and in the RIP protocol this is the dynamic addressing. The router will automatically detect the address, so I add the all addresses 192.168.1.20 all type of address here. So we are not going to statically manually do the configurations. We are not going to manually create the routing table, so I use the RIP protocol, which is dynamic protocol, and I add all the addresses. So in the second one I do the same. In the 010 port I give 42, and this is the subnet mask, and here I do the RIP protocol, and I add all the addresses to do the routing. So hopefully it will work. And now to check is it working, first I'm going the first two network. Yes, these two networks are working. They are sending data toward each other, and here I'm checking to send the data from this PC to this PC. Yes, this is successful. This is working, and I'm checking to send the data from the second network, this one. Yes, it is also working. If you want to check it by the IP address, then you have to run any computer command prompt, and you use to ping command, and I'm using to ping this address, which is the network of the third network. So I'm using the address is 192.168.3.3.102. okay, did I use the correct address 192.168.3.102? is it correct? Because it is not going to send data to it. Is it correct? What is its address? It is 100. Sorry, it is 100. So I should write here 100. okay, now I'm going to do it again. So ping that time I will do the 192.168.3.100. okay, now it is sending data, and it is sending all the data. The first computer sent the 4 packets are received, and there is no loss. Okay, this was for today, how to connect the routers with each other. I used the dynamic way to dynamically connect the network. In the next video, I will teach you, I will discuss how to connect two networks by using the static address. So thank you so much.